Yo, 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 what's good, everybody? It's your boy Othree. Welcome back to Platicas. This is Platica number 12. I'm here with my cousin Chunky. He was my first guest, and now he's the first guest that has come back onto the podcast to have another Platica. What's up, my boy? How you been? I know the first Platica was a couple, like probably like 2 months ago, 11 Platicas ago. What's up with it, dog? How you been?
Nah, I've been pretty good with work, same old, same old. A little shopping here and there and shit. But yeah, I mean, overall it's been good. Fool. Can't complain.
Just a quick summary of who my cousin is. I mean, obviously, I've talked about our relationship multiple times on the podcast. I talked about it with you and your sister. Known each other our whole lives. But
Yeah,
past couple of years, you started like a collectibles business, right?
yeah.
Chunky's Collectibles. How's that going?
I mean, can't complain for, but I mean, it's a bit slow. I'm not gonna lie. Hasn't picked up like I expected it to, but hey, it is what it is and shit. Can't have the good without the bad.
So how many years has it been already, dog? Like in total?
Damn. Couple years, I would say a good 5 plus
5+
for
years already?
sure. Yeah, for sure.
And what's the major difference between 5 years ago and now?
Uh, to be honest, it's just more the like I guess I kind of quit buying like the copy ones, like the Chinese clones and shit like that. I got more with the original brand. But I mean, it's always the same shit, like if I can't get it here, I'll get it over there. But I mean, it's been a pretty good experience, ain't gonna lie. Or just looking at them and I'm just like, damn, that's crazy.
Like 2 months ago, you gave me a box, right? I still have the box of all the ones that. What did you consider those, like throwaways, or like what made you decide to like choose the ones that you put in that box?
Honestly, it's because like I kind of want to transition more to like with the posable figures, not more just like the statues.
And so a lot of the ones in that box were just like statues, huh?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some pretty good ones in there, but I was like, I gotta make room and shit because I started buying more. I don't know if you can actually tell right there. It's a little more filled.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I still I still have
yeah.
no room for them. They're just been chilling in that box. Uh, clean them
I
up.
figured fun.
They're just there's no space. For I got no space right now, dog. So
Yeah,
so
because that
they're
was
just.
one of my main dilemmas too and shit because I didn't have no space.
And then what you say you replaced it with posable figures. What was the shift in mind state, like what was the decision, like the ultimate decision that you took to be like, okay, I want to move away from this and focus on this?
Honestly, it had to do more with like the taking the pictures and shit like that.
All right.
So, like it's better like if I could do like my own stuff, like my own poses and stuff like that. I just know, like how the statues can't pose them. It's just that it comes and shit. And it's kind of like I wanted to do that, like do my own poses, take my own pictures and up.
And then you do this decision, right? What was like the first one that you bought? Or
Off the
did you already
top,
have did you
fool.
already have some already, like before?
I already had some before, but like when it actually just my first one to from transitioning from the statues to that was that blue eyes right there. I know you can see it.
Oh, that's when we went to Toy
Um,
Arena.
nah, that's a whole different one.
All
Now this
right.
one is it's like a more solid one. It's not the model kit.
Is that the one that we got at that little Sakura store at Frankinson when we went? I felt like I seen you buy so many at this point. I'm just like, fuck, you know?
It's like, damn, was it really there? Nah, I think this one I got it online.
All right.
Yeah, now that I remember.
Now I do
Yeah.
remember. I remember us having a discussion about. It was you didn't really say it like that, like the way you're explaining it now. But I remember when I think it started with that Exodia, no? Like I think when you
Oh,
built that, when you put together that Exodia, I was like, oh shit, like this food, like it was because it's different. When you bought
yeah,
that
it was
Exodia, it was a
something
little
different
different.
too.
It reminded me
I
of
didn't
like
even expect to come out with it.
the Gundam, right? It was like you only had the Gundams, right? And then the
Yeah,
Exodia was like the first purchase that you did. That was like it was like a model kit, right? That you had to build it, right? But it wasn't
yeah.
a Gundam; it was an actual anime.
It was like a whole different series type
Different,
of thing.
yeah, different series. My bad. Um, and so now you did this transition, right? Did you ever like? Did you ever picture yourself doing some shit like this? Like,
Well,
was
to
that
be
it?
honest, man, nah, like never. I never expected to be in this situation, like right here.
Uh,
Like it was just more. Nah, to be honest.
it's just like one of those random ass shits, huh? It's just random, dog. Like it just happened.
Yeah, but like I guess it just. Well, I mean, I had my reason to start, but it's just one of those things that just like came out of the blue type of thing, came out of left field.
So you start something and then it evolves, right? Like it just changes up as it goes.
Yeah,
You're going with the flow.
because believe it or not, fucking my cousin Chichus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started getting that for more into the fucking posable shit too, because he's like more into pops.
Mm.
But fucking yeah, I started telling him like, because he's like, he wanted the Demon Slayer ones, and I was like, fool, they're gonna come out with some new ones. Like, check them out. I was like, fool, I send them a link. I was like, fool, you better check. Fool. You're gonna make me fucking waste more money on this shit.
It's gonna be like those what are those called for? Like those gambling sites, like those commercials and shit. That at the bottom it says gambling addict or
Fucking
gambling problems.
the
Call
hotlines and
yeah,
shit.
the hotlines. If was gonna start call an anime collecting addiction. That shit sounds. I mean, it sounds funny, though. But I mean, do
At
you
some
feel
point,
like
it does. It's just when we get serious about it, it's just like, damn. At the end of the day, it kind of is.
so? I mean, yeah, we might be clowning, but I feel like there is a there's a certain element of addiction that goes into it, right?
Yeah, it's not sugarcoating. It's not sugarcoating. Oh shit.
I know. Have we did we ever talk about dopamine? Did we ever have a discussion about dopamine?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last time. Like that's why kind of when I started doing like the impulsive buying and shit,
Oh
I got
yeah.
into that.
Do you feel like understanding the the dopamine hit that I mean, in your case, you probably get it from the anime. For me, I get dopamine hit from anything at this point, just because of the ADHD.
Yeah.
Does that make you like a little bit more conscious when it comes to your purchases, or are you still on some fucking shit, dog?
Nah, I've been more conscious about it because not because I don't know, but it's just as the way I've seen it, for like everything's going up in price. When I can't just be like, oh fuck it, yeah, I'm gonna get it right here for bam, there goes $100. Oh no, you know, I'm gonna get that one. Damn, another $100. That's just like nah. So I kind of just like slowed down on it. But yeah, I've been more a little conscious about it. I haven't really been buying it like that no more.
When I was writing, I was like, oh fuck, damn, music, like making music does give me dopamine. Do you feel any dopamine? Like what is the difference between when you buy, when you sell, and when you build? Which one do you think gives you the most dopamine, or which one just like makes you feel the best, dog?
Honestly, is when I'm building the model kits. I've actually kind of like seen it as like a little therapeutic
Mm.
because like you kind of just get lost in it while you're building it. Put on some headphones, bump some music, and just get lost in it. I mean, it does get frustrating when it comes, but overall, in general, food like that. I like it for, to be honest.
Is there a certain mood, like kind of music that you listen to when you build that shit, or is it just like a random playlist?
I've kind of noticed more like when it's like bigger builds, like for bigger, like the Exodia ones,
Mhm.
I tend to put like documentaries and shit like girl and just vibe out to it. When it's like smaller stuff, it tends to be like more like a lo-fi. I think that's what they're called, like the beats and shit.
Yeah, on YouTube or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is where that chick is fucking sitting down at the desk and shit.
with that green sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah, the classic. Sometimes there are some documentaries or like a podcast that you
Hmm.
could throw on, and sometimes they make you feel even better than like music and shit.
Yeah.
So you say what kind of documentaries you be watching?
Lately it's been more like World War II shit or
Oh
like
shit.
Nazi shit. Like, yeah, it's been like all kinds, more like historic shit. When I started building the little Mega Man right there, I threw on it was this crazy one was talking about like all the first civilizations and stuff like that. And I was like, what the fuck? Kind of threw me off. And it kind of like sidetracked me a bit and shit. But I was like, oh shit, that shit was kind of pretty interesting. I forgot the name of that shit too.
You ever somebody told me to watch that show Vikings?
Oh my boy, you gotta get on that.
Oh, you seen that shit?
Hell yeah, dog. My uncle's watching that shit too.
I don't really like it's hard for me to get into shows, dog. It's weird. Like
Yeah,
either
because like when it starts, fool, it kind of starts off a bit like the first 2, 3 episodes, it's kind of slow. But yeah, once you get past that, like, fool, it's all fucking taking over shit here, fucking take, you know.
but I can't watch like classic shit. You know, World War II is a little acceptable. You know, I can't watch no
It's more
World War One.
it doesn't. I could kind of put myself in their shoes.
I can't see no American Revolution shit like some fucking some getting water from the well type shit, you know, like I can't see that shit, you know.
Motherfuckers in nowhere.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't see that shit.
Yeah,
I'm tired. Like I don't know what it is. For maybe it's because it got ruined for me in school. Like in high school, I remember that shit, dog. There's a book called Pride and Prejudice. And that shit fucking ruined the fuck out of every like classic shit, dog. Like, you know,
it
when
was
they're
all
talking about
just
like
up from there and shit.
Victorian fucking houses and all kinds of other shit, like
Like Victorian furniture. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Salem witch trials, you know, like
Yeah,
sev-
like what the fuck?
17th century art. Like I can't stand that shit, dog. Like it might be beautiful, but it like with games too. Like I can't play
Like
no
not
World
like
War II games, none of that shit. Like I gotta be modern for me, dog. Like I can't.
like I gotta be some high tech futuristic shit.
Yeah, either gotta be like in the 90s, the 80s, you know, they're still a little acceptable. The 70s, all right, we're pushing it. 60s, all right, we're borderline. Ya pasando 50s, you're down. If it ain't about no Chicano shit, like, or, you know, like
Like
some
I ain't
fucking
with I'm
music
not
shit,
watching it and shit.
I'm not gonna watch it, dog. I'm not gonna fucking watch it.
For the one I've been telling you to watch for sure, bro, is that Peaky Blinders. Oh, that shit is crazy, dude. That shit is wild.
You know, it's funny. I get a lot of I get a lot of you know, on your on YouTube. That's probably like the only app I use now. I get a lot of Peaky Blinders recommendations on my shorts. That
Yeah.
or Boardwalk Empire. And I'll click on it a veces, you know.
Oh hell yeah, Boardwalk is dope, fool.
It's random, you know. I just
What I consider those is like old school soprano shit.
yeah, I mean I would understand it because like I would probably watch Boardwalk Empire first before I would watch Peaky Blinders, only for the simple reason that there was a fucking time period where I was like fascinated with like the Italian mafia and like this was even
Yeah.
before I started watching The Sopranos. This was like in high school and shit. And to me that was all interesting. So I'd probably give that you know, a try one day. I remember I did like a fucking research paper on Al Capone one time. But maybe
Oh,
yeah, dog.
all right.
So I don't know if it was yet.
I remember before we used to watch fucking Gangland and shit.
Fool, tell me why I was just thinking about that shit the other day.
I was like, damn.
I
That
don't
shit
know
was a
what
pretty
the
crazy show too.
for. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the episodes because this is
I mean, the title is
yeah,
self-explanatory.
Gangland dog. It's a whole different pedal. But I remember I think I was like in middle school or like high school, probably like around that time, and you fools were like, "Hey, dog, watch this." Before the music, this before '03. This was like listen to Chicano rap era, dog, like starting to dress banged out, starting to, this Madre era. And you fools were like, this because remember all this shit was on YouTube.
Yeah.
They would put all the full episodes on YouTube. And I remember you fools told me to watch it. And I didn't really pay attention to it. And then I remember my brother, we used to have a desktop in the sala, and he's like, "Hey, this is the shit that fucking old Flesh and Pumbaa told us about." Or I forgot what they used to call you back then and shit. Like, this was even before like this is a long time ago. And I remember the first fucking introduction. You know how like they used to have the folders and shit that would show like the
Oh yeah.
mugshot and the name. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck is this? And obviously
Like
if you
affiliation and all that shit. Like, fuck, like
so if you watch Gangland, if you know what Gangland is, if you go see the first ever episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
all
That's
we
the one
gonna
I
say.
got introduced with.
That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna end that conversation with of Gangland right there and then. For
Yes.
we're not gonna entertain that topic. But going back to like the fucking the collectibles, dog. What is what's the next step?
Oh, damn. So that's a pretty. Well, I was actually thinking of renting out a little spot for to start fucking like buying in bulk more. I, 'Cause I was thinking like a storage. Those shits are pricey. Well, I mean that's what they are for, but I was like, damn. 'Cause I was gonna
Right.
say we could put them in the back food, but you're gonna get dusty as hell and shit.
You talking about a storage unit?
Yeah, or some shit, like to store it. Cause I was like, fuck, fool, like I don't really got room in here no more, like at all. So I can't keep shit in here. So I was like thinking, like, fool, I need to. I'm more than likely gonna have to get something separate and shit.
We're gonna start hiding shit on the walls?
And walls and shit, fucking save it, sell it for fucking rainy day and shit.
That shit on the
Fool's got
ceiling?
money and shit. Fool got figures and shit against the walls.
That plastic wrap for you are we walking
Uh,
on you just trying to fucking wrap all your figures and what is this shit called? Saran wrap?
yeah. We're
It's like
gonna
what
be
are you
dripping it in fucking coffee and shit. Talking about fool throw off the scent. Like, fool, you ain't no fucking drug lord and shit.
what are you doing, my boy? You got a sledgehammer and shit. There's a hole in the wall already.
Gotta hide it from these scalpers and shit.
Nah, but that's crazy, dog. Fucking a fucking storage unit. There you good, my boy.
I think
That
so,
sounds
fool.
crazy, dog.
Because
That shit sounds next level, fool.
yeah, I was like, fuck, but I was kind of looking at the prices for them. Like, damn, it's a little out of my budget.
Well, how much is they rent it by month, right? Or can you buy a yearly fucking
I mean, it's yearly, fool, but still, it's like monthly was I think like the smallest one was probably like two some shit.
god damn a month, wait?
Yeah, fool. And went to one of not two, but like those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I was hoping I was get like a fucking the cheaper price or some shit. Like, it was damn near the same price.
Well, at this point, you're gonna have to start renting out a room at a motel, dog, and start stashing shit in there.
If we start making movidas in there and shit. Hey, meet me up at room something and shit.
At that motel on Florence and shit.
Bring your own bag and shit. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing and shit?
It's just like you got security guards outside and shit it's a 3 knot. Like,
Oh, you hear
let
that?
them
Doom,
in.
doom, doom, doom. Where has fucking shit plastered all over the wall. Fool. Like, fool, take your time, look around. Tell me what you need.
We got a whole menu and shit. No, that at that point, that sounds like a skit. What's up with us, dog?
Yeah, so for real.
Nah, but
I
yeah,
had to
that's
fucking yeah, for fucking jazz like that. I don't know about that yet though, but that's kind of I think the next move on that.
you got like a jackhammer in the back before you start digging shit.
Oh my, here's that banging on the concrete and shit.
You start putting them bitches in the fucking those barrels, the blue barrels. Walter White.
Pablo shit and shit. You know,
Yeah, some
start
Pablo shit.
attaching different properties and shit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
250 for a fucking storage unit though. That's insane, man. Not even
yeah.
worth
I
it.
was like, why?
I mean, if you're gonna do it like that, and shit, that sounds like a multiple head operation right there. You know, like
Yeah,
two,
for
three
so
people.
because I was like, if doing it solo fools, that's not even gonna be the way to go right now.
And where'd you look at it? Did you compare prices and shit?
Yeah, because the originals is gonna be like, I'm gonna just go to like fucking the known ones and shit, like public storage and shit. But even that was like, oh shit, because I mean, everything's gonna go up, is going up in price now and shit, but I didn't expect it to be that much.
You ever notice that there's so many of those storage places popping up all over the city?
For the food, tell me about it. Food, they just opened up like three of them around the corner and shit. Like
It's
one right
that
here
the
on
way?
Maywood, fucking, and then there was one right there on Santa Fe, and there's one in fucking Alameda and what was it? I know it's passing Florence and shit.
Bro, there's one right there and by the Alameda Swami. There's one on Alameda
Oh,
and
that I seen that one, dog.
I think it's like Alameda and Vernon. And there's another one close by too. But the one that's here around the corner from my block, that one is like I thought they were gonna make apartments, because there used to be something else back
Yeah,
then. There used to be like another Swami little spot right there. But they took it down, and then when they told me they were gonna build storage place, I was like, what the fuck? And then going all over the city, I started noticing that they were like building a lot of those, and I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, they're building that shit in fucking in 7-Elevens, man.
I think the reason they're doing a lot of those storage places is because a lot of people are selling their houses and they're fucking moving to apartments.
And you just gotta store that shit somewhere, because I just can't fit that shit from my house to an apartment.
Yeah, so some shit it has to be a certain reason. Nah, we're not gonna get
Fool, tell me why. Speaking about this shit, I don't know. I see some shorts came up on my fucking YouTube too. Fool, that like people teach you how to live off like storage units and shit. And I was
I
like, what
see some
the
shit like that.
fuck?
Who was
I was
running
like, damn,
extension
fool, if the economy's getting that bad, fool, you gotta live off storage units. Like, that's crazy.
fools are running extension cords from the main office all the way
Yeah,
to their
fool.
fucking storage unit.
They're like, you can only do it up 2 months if you're really pushing it. And I was like, damn,
That's wild. When I seen that shit, I was like, that's wild, dog. That is
for
fucking
real.
wild.
Or
Having
fools
to live
like
in a storage
teaching
unit.
you how to live off the fucking in your car and shit like that. I was like, damn, motherfuckers, like, just rent a mobile.
Fools in LA, dog.
I
That's
mean,
some shit.
I get it.
That's some LA shit. That's some big city shit, dog. Like living out of the most minimal
It's just necessity, the less
car storage
bills you pay,
unit,
the better and shit.
RVs. Been a lot of more RVs.
Yeah. Or they're
I
going towards
remember
Torrance. Well, there's like a whole main street full of those shits. I remember one time one of them burned up. Shit caused
them
a whole fucking crazy shit right there.
them shits are always catching fire. Remember that I'm not gonna say where, but I remember drone. I used to go with drone for when I was still in high school to go blaze it after school in that little cut on Pacific.
Oh yeah,
They used to have the fool with the buses. Remember that
the fool
shit?
with the buses.
Yeah, remember there's like they used to park some buses, right? Some like abandoned buses.
Oh yeah,
I remember, and this was 2011, 2012, 2013, like 2012, 2011, 2013, and a couple times after I would come back from Ohio, like the fools would be living in those buses, and this is before shit started, getting off the fucking that shit started
Yeah.
getting out of hand, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And all over the city, like at that time, I thought at that time was bad. Now it's pretty fucking bad. And there's the
Fuck
storage
yeah,
unit shit,
fool.
fool. Like that shit is insane to me.
For real, dude. I was like, damn, like it's getting that bad?
Yeah, it's bad. It's
Cost of
bad.
living is getting worse, huh?
Do you feel like that has any like just the cost of living tying it back to the whole anime stuff before we continue on? Do you feel like
Yeah,
the
oh,
cost of
most
living
definitely, fool.
has affected the
Most
industry?
definitely. Yeah, way fucking a lot, fool, to be honest. Cause shit, I mean, compared to when I first used to go to Frankincense, like everything fucking. I mean, I understand. Yeah, if it's a collectible, yeah, obviously you're gonna have to pay their good amount of money, you know. But like for regular shit, you're talking about like it's sometimes it's even triple its price when you're just like, damn, for if you're trying to rob me, at least fucking tell me nicely or some shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but nah, cause last time I was gonna buy a figure for that shit. I seen it on Amazon for like, I think at that time it was like $35. I found it over there, for 65. I was like, no mames. I was like, nah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, shit, it should. I feel like every industry is being affected. I like the because I pay for a lot of the subscriptions, like Zoom.
Yeah.
This shit right here, I pay for the subscription, the yearly subscription, the premium plan,
Hmm.
and they went up in price. Netflix, obviously, like known for its price bump, almost like on the yearly basis for the past couple years. All
Hmm.
these subscription bases, they're going up. I'm just like, damn, that's
Oh,
insane.
even
Even
PlayStation Plus and all that shit.
yeah, I remember when they rolled out their new plan. Because remember how it used to just be PlayStation Plus, and now they have like PlayStation Plus Gold and PlayStation Plus.
And premium and all that shit.
Yeah, and everything's becoming subscription based. And then
Fuck
even
yeah,
like
for
DistroKid, where I upload the music to like Spotify and YouTube and all that shit, like they got a price bump. So this year was probably like the one year where I got like back to back emails. I remember for a week they're like, "Oh, your fucking your monthly payment or your yearly payment is gonna go up." I was like, "Oh shit," you know.
like damn.
That's when
Makes
I
me not
started.
even want to pay it and shit.
I swear to God, I was like, "Nah, can I downgrade?"
Like do I like fucking or you got like another free trial I can have around there and shit.
Even like I paid for Peacock since I
Hmm.
every time I only get
That's the movie
Peacock.
based thing, huh?
Yeah,
50
that's
movies and
that.
shows.
The NBC shit, because that's where the WWE network is at. And
What's
so,
NBC now?
what's up?
It's on NBC?
Yeah, so NBC owns the platform Peacock, right? So like that's
Hmm.
where the office is at. Um, so I paid for it
Oh,
the past like 2 years, 3 years, obviously. I think no, I paid the last year. I think I forgot when I did it, but I pay
uh-huh.
it for like Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania. I cancel it, and then later on in the year, I buy it in August for SummerSlam.
Mm.
I take it off, and then sometimes I buy it for Survivor Series. Sometimes I bootleg that shit or something. But for sure, like WrestleMania season and SummerSlam, I buy it and then I cancel it. Cause fuck, fool,
Oh,
you get Peacock, you get Netflix, you get fucking Hulu. You know,
for that, just in like 4 or 5 subscriptions alone, fool, for sure, $100. So
easy, dog. That's a bill, fool.
easy for digital shit.
Easy, dog. Easy. A bill. Top it off. The internet, right? Top it off. Cell phone. Boy, you're dropping at least 4 bills, dog, on entertainment and tech for every month.
Cause fool, I remember when I first started paying for the YouTube Premium shit.
Yeah.
I remember at first it was 9.99 I think per month. Fool. Right now it's just almost like $18.
The fuck, fool, for real?
It's like month. I'm like, fuck, do I really need that shit? But I'm like, fool, I like hearing music. I don't
So
want to be just leaving my phone on. I can turn it off and shit if I want to.
I kid you not,
Download like playlists.
you might be the only fool I know that has YouTube Premium. That's crazy.
For real?
Yeah. I don't I mean
Step your game up.
I
Nah,
use
so imagine.
I use Spotify. I just
That's what everybody tells me, fool. But it's just like I don't know, fool. Like I don't get the same vibe like Spotify and fuck YouTube. I feel like YouTube, like if I want to hear something specific, I could just get it. On Spotify, I feel like I have to go through the whole fucking playlist and shit.
I do. You know what I recommend? Now I think about it, YouTube Premium. If you're
Mm.
one of those people that likes to listen to like underground rappers or like underground music in general, because half of the shit, like for example, putting myself in this and using my own music shit, like a lot of the music that I have on my YouTube channel are not on Spotify or is not on like the music is not on. You can't find it on Spotify or Apple Music because I don't own the rights to the beat. But
Yeah.
if you have YouTube Premium, you get to listen to the same shit that's on Spotify plus all the free shit that I have on my channel, you know? So if you apply that
Oh,
logic, if I apply that logic to anybody else that likes to listen to fucking or just like music, like fools that want to listen to music that it's like from back in the day and the artist never
yeah.
uploaded it to the streaming platforms, then YouTube Premium is probably the way to go. I thought about it before, but it's not for me, it's not worth it. Just because I make a bunch of playlists on my Spotify and as an artist, like as an actual artist, you want
Yeah.
you want to have your music on Spotify because of the discoverability and like the playlisting and all kinds of other features and shit. That's why I use Spotify.
Oh, all right.
But if I hate the ads, fool. I hate the fucking ads. I hate the
But
ads.
I rather like you rather go to the ads than deal with that other shit.
I'd rather pay $11 and watch ads than to fucking pay like $19 for it and you know.
True, true.
Yeah, you're probably the only one I know that has YouTube Premium. Was
That's true, fool. Because everybody that has, they're just like, why don't you just use Spotify and shit or fucking.
calling you a
I was
loser.
just like, fool, like I don't know, fool, like, it's a different shit for me.
You get backhanded. It's a backhanded compliment. Oh, you have YouTube Premium. That's cool.
It's like, yeah, if I can afford it and shit.
But like calling you a loser secretly. Like, how come you have
No,
Spotify, dog? Nah,
too
it's
broke
crazy.
for it, too.
It's weird. I know some people that use like Amazon Music. It's just I
Hey, for
don't.
real, fool. Like I got that shit too because of the premium.
Yeah,
But I don't know what the hell that shit's about. I don't even use it. I don't even have the app for it.
I just at this point there's so many things out there in the world, dog. Like at this point, whatever floats people's people whatever floats is
Yeah,
that the same? Whatever floats people's boat or whatever floats
yeah.
your boat, that's
Fool,
it.
like not interrupt you, fool, but when was it? I think 2 months ago, fool. I won a free year subscription of what is it, Cyrus X Radio or some shit like that.
Oh shit, you have Cyrus what is it called? FM?
But I was like, fool, like I have an account and todo, fool. I'm like, dude, I don't use that shit like at all, fool. Like at all. Like I don't
So
know what it is. It's just radio, fool.
do you have I think you have to have a specific like stereo for in your car.
Because I like on my car, fool, me sale así like SAX radio and me sale madre, way the Cyrus series. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
And you don't use it?
Um, nah, like I'm all like I'm telling you for like I always super like fucking um like my own playlist type of shit.
Yeah, I don't at this point, like if you use radio, like if anybody uses radio at this point, I'm just like, it's weird now. It's like fools that use
Yeah, it's
CD
like
players or people that still buy DVDs.
For fools that
It's
are like, hey, fool, let me borrow a VHS. Like, fool, does it look like I got a VHS?
like it's cool, like what like whatever, but at this point, it's like it's a dying technology.
Yeah, I'm
It's
pretty sure it's a couple of years we're gonna see that shit in the museum.
it's
If
it's
not,
for a
it's
it's for a
already on
specific
one.
crowd. It's for like the boomers.
It's like,
You're a
want to
fucking
live my
boomer.
youth again and shit.
Imagine getting called a boomer. That's sad. You're a
It's like,
fucking
fool,
boomer.
like, be fucking boomer. I was like, what the fuck?
Uh, Speaking of getting old, all right? I know when we were a lot younger, we used to get like last time I said that we were probably gonna, not cover a lot of the crazy shit that we did when we were younger. At least for you, I feel like I'm a lot more open when it comes to that shit. But at least with you, dog, um, and it's something that I myself started practicing a lot. It's that sobriety shit
Yeah.
when it comes to alcohol. When we were younger, dog, you used to participate in those activities, right? You used to be in the circle. We used to
Yeah.
get crossfaded a
A
lot. Yeah. And then
little too much, if I say so.
something happened. For what happened?
Like, that made me just stop.
Yeah, like what makes you just stop drinking alcohol? Like it was just random. For me, it was random, but for you, it was something happened. Like what was it?
Uh, I don't know, to be honest. Like, fucking, I just can't tolerate it no more, fool. Like, I just smell it when I start getting that throat.
So it
And
was
it's
like
just like, ah.
your body's just rejecting it.
I guess, yeah, I guess it's just a burnout or some shit. Cause like even like Drone has like, bottles here. I get a whiff from here and there for. I just be like, oh my god, that shit's disgusting.
I
I
remember
be like,
it wasn't like a random moment. It was just to me when it was just like because it might have happened while I was, it was probably like the first, second year when I was in college, and I would come back and you're like, nah, I don't drink no more. You feel me?
yeah, bro.
Because when I left, you were still drinking, and then I came back, you're like, nah, I don't really drink like that no more. And I kid you not, fool, it's been a fucking minute since I seen you drink. And I'm not, trying to force you to drink or anything. I'm interested in this whole sobriety thing because I myself I'm at a point in my life where I'm about to be 5 months sober, and I've done 5 months
Hmm.
sobriety. I did it last year, but last year it was out of a different. It was for like mental health, and I was going through my whole battle with OCD. Now it's more of like a decision that I
Hmm.
made, where it's like I get the whole fucking me da asco, the hangover, like they're just disgusting now.
Like it's not really worth the hangover, to be honest.
Yeah, and so I think about it every day, where it's like, damn, like a drink. Maybe it might be for a split second, like, damn, a beer sounds dope right now. Or I'll get like an advertisement for a beer. And every day, like the thought of maybe going sober for the rest of my life pops up in my head. Like I haven't smoked weed in like a year. Like I said, I
Hmm.
touched alcohol in 5 months. And it's weird because like I find that weird talking about it because we live in such a first of all, our culture, right? Being Mexican, it's a fucking
Yeah.
it's a
So it's like, oh,
fucking
like you don't drink, fool. Like
it's
you
almost
start calling you
mandatory.
shit.
It's almost mandatory. You feel me?
It's like a
Did you
machismo shit.
Yeah. And so on the topic of that, like the whole cultural stuff, did you ever feel the pressure of having to drink because of being Mexican and seeing, obviously your pops, my pops, and everybody else when we'd be at these family parties? You ever, in terms of the cultural stuff, you ever feel
Honestly,
pressure?
yeah. Yeah, well, there's been a couple times where I kind of felt like, damn, maybe I should drink, not just to vibe out with everybody and shit. And it was mostly like in Mexico for like, oh, it's because I'm chilling with my cousins. For like I rarely come here. Might as well enjoy the moment. And they'll be like, ándale, échate una, like how they'd be like, just take it, just take it. I'd be like, all right, fuck it, And then before you know it, fool, you're over here around the corner, fucking puking your guts out and shit.
Yeah, I feel like the cultural impact. that it has on the youth, especially growing up, being first generation, or even being in Mexico. Because I've been like that. I haven't been to Mexico in a long time, but last time I went, I
Yeah,
felt like that. So you have
like
the
they're
culture,
young to start drinking and shit.
young,
And I'm
young
like,
as fuck.
damn, fool, you chug that yourself, like, bro, what the fuck, you and shit. Like, no it's way.
Nah, honestly though, like I was a big I could tolerate a lot of shit, but I look back at it now and the cultural stuff. What about and the cultural stuff? I understand it now, right? What about
Mm-hmm.
having like to fit in with a certain crowd? Did you ever feel like you needed a drink to fit in certain crowd? Maybe when you're younger, right? When you're doing the whole cool
Yeah,
banging
like
shit.
in the beginning stages and shit, like, or like, yeah, like, fuck, maybe like to catch me drinking, they'll be like, oh, this was pretty cool, he's down to chill and shit, vibe out, or whatever, but then it's just like, all right, if we just doing it just to get fucked up, or just fucking kids and shit, It's like, nah, is it really worth it? Not really. But I mean, you're young fool. You make dumbass decisions and shit. I mean, you grow up and you're like, damn, I wasn't the brightest bulb in the pack and shit.
Uh, all right, so we got the cultural stuff. We got the the homie circle stuff. What about when it came to women? Do you ever feel like you needed a drink to have a good time with women or something?
Yeah, fool, that was a whole. Cause I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning, for freaking like just to even like loosen up and be like, all right, we'll talk to that chick, or fucking let me take a quick shit, fucking calm the nerves down and shit. I guess in a way you could call it was the liquid courage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was like, fuck, or sometimes like you'll be at a party food, the homies will be like, oh, I'll pull up with some fucking chicks and shit. They want to drink. And you're like, you don't want to look like a bitch either, fool. You're like, all right, fuck it.
The one fool that's always like, "Hey, where the bitches at?" Fool, and then they pull up
Where
with
my
the,
hug at?
and then they pull up with the ladies, dog, and then like, nah, fool, I can't talk to
Hey,
them.
fool,
So
you're all quiet and shit. Like, why the fuck you all the way over there and shit?
4 shots later, dog, you're in that like, "What's up? What's good? What's cracking?" Trying to max out.
For Tom Body's a fucking the number one they're looking for in the FBI list and all kinds of crazy stories. Like, no matter. Like, take this fool home. This was already fucking ready to go to sleep.
The one fool that's like, "Hey, dog, whatever happened to the $100 I let you borrow?"
What are you talking about? Like 10 years ago? Like, what the fuck?
There's always that one fool in the group, dog.
Was you
Always
gotta
the
bring
one.
up that old shit?
Hey, you still got my kicks? Like, just like some random ass shit, just bringing up in front of the ladies, dog. In front of the ladies, like
Uh-huh.
always a fool.
Hey, fool, remember when I fucking like let you crash in my pad, fool, because you got kicked out? Like, fool, no mames, way. Like, what the fuck?
Like, hey, my boy, stop drinking, dog. You're exposing me and shit. Oh.
Nah, fool, just let him know, fool. Like, I got your back, fool. Fool,
uh,
so airing out your life.
what about did you ever get to a point? Because I got to this point where it's like you needed a drink, not like maybe on a regular basis, but like a daily basis. You ever get to that point? Like not even just to have fun, just because it was just like your body was just like a routine.
Yeah, for there was this one year, fool. I think it was 2013. Fool, I swear to God, fool, when I got my fucking income tax check, for most of that shit, I would say like at least 70% of that shit went to alcohol, fool, partying and shit. And I was like, fuck, gun. I was like, fool, that was the most dumbest decisions ever.
Yeah, I got to that point too where it's like maybe it was when I think I know when it was. It was I mean, it didn't help that I was in a frat, but when I turned
Hmm.
21 and I already had my little holiday at the school. I mean, I wasn't paying too much, but I
for
would get,
something and shit.
it would be enough to buy like a case every other day and just have my fridge stack. And then
Yeah, that's true.
not
Because
not giving
that's
a
like
fuck.
kind of that's the fucking the fraternity vibes, food, drinking and shit like that, partying.
I mean, you would
Like,
think
did you feel like you had to fit in and shit in a way? Like when it came to the frat, like
to
you felt
fit
like you
in.
had to like prove something or something.
Um, to be honest, yeah, I did, and it's like nobody wants to admit it, dog. Nobody wants to admit it.
Yeah,
But
I mean, like nah, fool, like it was always me by, fool, like
yeah,
all right,
and do I regret it? No. Was I conscious and I made the
yeah,
decision? Yeah, I did.
yeah. I
But
mean, we were probably all old enough, made our own conscious decisions at some point, and yeah, we regret them, but hey, can't turn back time.
my need to fit in was stronger than to be the real me, right? And
Hmm.
so I felt like I had to prove to everybody that I was this fool from South Central. I had to prove to everybody that I was this drinker, this smoker, this active ass
Like you
fool.
had to put on this image and shit.
Yeah, and then I had to prove to everybody that I was like worthy dog of being a student. Because obviously when you're a minority dog, when you're a fool of color, fools are they're not gonna tell you that, but there's always gonna be that one fool that's like, oh, this fool got in because of affirmative action.
Mm.
And I don't know if you know what that is, but
So,
um,
nah, what it is. You know what I
it's
mean?
just like it's just I can't. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's just they give opportunities to minorities who because of our skin color, and
Yeah, just for
sometimes
that diversity shit.
yeah, it's almost like on some diversity and equity, like that kind of
It's like, all right,
realm
we're
of
gonna hold you a couple people back so we can let these other people get a chance.
yeah, that's kind of like the easiest way to explain it. You know, it's just
Yeah,
to really understand it, you have to really break it down the way it's supposed to be broken down. I don't want to talk about it that much, but yeah,
yeah. But I mean, yeah,
there was multiple things that I had to prove. But when it came down to the drinking, I was that I was always talking fool. I was always trying to hype myself up to try to fit in, and I would be like, "Yeah, fool, I used to drink and smoke fool when I was in high school, and I started when I was 13, and boom." And so,
yeah. Not interesting, but why would the fools use that shit like a fucking like an achievement? Yeah, I started blazing it when I was 11 and shit. Like, fool, what the fuck?
because I'm gonna be real with you, because that's the only thing that I could relate with them, with the fools that I met at the fraternity, or just like give any other fool. They couldn't relate to me. I couldn't relate to them. The only thing we could relate to was like experimenting with drugs or experimenting with alcohol when we were younger.
Yeah, or like, yeah, fool, I remember when I did my first time of fucking I smoked my first, like, yeah, fool, I felt this, and I got fucking, some shit.
Yeah. And so I was just like, you know what, fool, fuck it, dog. Like everybody's like interested in what I gotta say. And so I would just consciously, fool, just like hype up these stories, fool. And eventually, like that's where the whole fucking rowdy shit came from, And so
All right.
the whole rowdy shit
Mm.
came up from the whole idea of me trying to fit in. And then
Damn.
when I
I mean,
came
I'm pretty
back,
sure at that moment you were like, didn't really have it in mind to start it as like a whole thing, but
I just
hey,
it was just an instinct. I heard it and I was like, I could run with this shit, you know.
yeah.
It was
That's
I was
what's
thinking
up,
of
huh? It's
marketing
just
shit
like
way
when that
before.
light bulb goes up and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's when I was like, "Fool, fuck it, I could use this shit, dog. Everybody already knows that I'm O3. Fuck it, fool. Let me become interesting on camera, dog. Let me become interesting on social media." And then at the same time, having everybody out here trying to see what the fuck I was doing over there. Like, am I gonna show my grades on my Instagram story? Fuck no, dog.
Like, oh look, I got so and so grades today. Like,
Oh, chale, dog.
it's like asking for like validation type of thing.
So I was like, you know what, fuck it, fool. Like, I want to be cool here in college, but I also don't want to seem like no little fucking I don't want to seem like a fucking nerd that lost his roots to my peoples back home. So that
Yeah,
added
like I
another,
sold out or some shit.
yeah, that added another element fool to the whole like rowdy shit. So I was like trying to prove to both sides, fool, that I was this fucking hardcore fucking active
Like
ass fool.
I got the book smarts and I got the street smarts.
And so that's what led me to doing all that shit, dog. And that's why like this whole sobriety shit to me is interesting now because
Yeah,
reflecting on it now, fool, at 29, to see the cultural influence, the having to fit in influence, the fucking trying to talk to girls influence, and then the need for that it eventually becomes a need because we're so fucking depressed and we're so fucked up that our body just starts fucking it doesn't crave the alcohol, it craves the numbness for when the dopamine hit that it gets from drinking. So
yeah. I feel like those senores and shit now, they'll be like, just be kicking back for drinking micheladas and shit.
for what? You know what I'm saying? For what? They'll just it just the relation
Exactly, bro.
the relationship of dopamine and alcohol is interesting too. And then me with the fucking I mean, obviously now I understand having OCD dog and ADHD. Like it makes a lot of sense for a lot of decisions that I make back in the day make a lot of sense. And a lot of childhood shit makes a lot of sense. That's why I was asking you for like um the cultural impact because I like to understand people other people's sobriety, because it makes it
Yeah.
not that it makes it easier, but it's easier
It
to
kind of
talk about it.
influences you in a way.
Yeah, because it's easier to talk about the rowdy shit, fool.
Yeah.
It's easier to talk about the rowdy shit, fool, because it's like it was fun in the moment. It was a lot. It felt like I was doing a lot.
Yeah.
I felt like I was doing a lot with my time. But with sobriety, it feels like my life is so fucking boring. So it's hard to talk about it because it's fucking boring, fool. It's fucking boring in my
It's
eyes.
not like you're doing all kinds of crazy shit now. Like, oh yeah, I remember when I got fucked up this time, fool. I took like 3 shots back to back, fool, and then I did a fucking bong rip, and then I did another shot. Like, fool, that's gonna catch more attention than me being like, I was just chilling at home. I just had a shot,
Yeah.
you know.
And did all right.
It's like,
So
okay, fool.
speaking of the whole active shit, did you ever feel like, or now looking back at it now, right? Do you feel like your life is quote unquote more boring now that you don't drink as compared as to when you were drinking?
Yeah, I guess so, in a way. Because I mean, I look at people my age. I mean, they're still like drinking, going to clubs and shit like that. And I'm still just like, fool, like, why am I gonna go waste my money over there, fool? Fuck it, so I can just throw it up later and then just wake up with a fucking headache, fool. And I'm like, woken up to get some good breakfast, fool. Fucking after that, go get some, indulge in whatever you like and shit. But I mean, everybody has their choices. Can't tell
Did,
you what to do.
did you put it into perspective? And then obviously you have a kid,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I just be like, I'm fucked up and come back drunk and shit. And that fool wakes up and sees it is like, oh, I guess that's cool and shit. Maybe he might pick up the habit and shit. Like, God forbid, you know. 'Cause that's kind of in a way I look at it. Cause like, all right, what am I gonna do? Like, because at some point I know they're gonna be like, they're gonna get curious. They're gonna want to try shit. Or go to a party and be like, oh, my homie made me throwing a cheva, and it goes on from there. Something I don't want to see if we come fucking that fool comes home drunk the first time and shit. I'm like, oh my god.
Where it's like it makes you think about like growing up in the neighborhoods we did grow up and having liquor stores everywhere and having all like I'm saying, all the influences for that I just mentioned, right? And how much of an influence it has on our kids self, when we're kids. And then once we
Yeah,
become
fool.
curious in middle school, we always have that one homie dog, or in my case, I had the fucking three of you fools stealing tecates fool at a fucking party, dog, when I was a seventh grader and shit. Like,
Like, if you
and
want one, fool, I'm gonna get an extra one for you if you want.
I swear to God, fool, I was just thinking
Deep
about
down, you'll
that
be
day.
like, nah, I don't want it, fool. But you'll be like, I'm just chilling. I'm having a good time. Why not?
And that honestly, like I was thinking about, it was just a random memory, fool. You know when it was? You remember this one family party that we had where like it was at the end, it was like late as fuck, and we had already like drank the fucking or you fools started drinking the tecates. So it was like one or two, and I took a couple swigs. I was like in seventh grade. But it was this one day where it was my pops and your pops who were just chilling by the fucking by the fence, and they had a barril fool like right next to them. I don't know if you remember this day fool. Like my dad almost
Was
like
that
fell
your pet?
inside. Yeah, it was in my pad, and they were like falling into the fucking into the barril trying to get the beers and shit. I don't know if you remember this.
No.
I mean, I remember it because I that day had such a big influence in my life, dog. Like when it came down to it, and I was just thinking about that shit the other day, like remembering the tecate fool. Because I remember my brother, he pulled it out of his pocket. And he's like, "Hey, look what I got!" Fool. And it's like, "What the fuck?"
Gotta sneak it in and shit.
And then drone was like, "Fuck you, fool!" Like and then like it was like the three of you fools, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to be cool."
I
You
want
know,
to do that too and
I
shit.
want to do that shit too. So it's like little influences like that. That's why I like to hear stories. I rather hear the stories like what influenced people to drink because I find it's comedy. You know, it's like it's funny to relate to that
Cause yeah,
shit.
even thinking about it now, fool, like I kind of even feel like we kind of force you to smoke too, fool, in a way.
That too, yeah, that too, like that right there in itself. But this is not you didn't force it. It was just like what do we call it? It was an accidental influence.
Yeah, it wasn't like, fool, you don't smoke, we're gonna fuck you up or type of shit, you know?
You a bitch
Nah,
for
it was
not
never
smoking
like that. It
it.
was just like, hey, fool, like here, just take a hit, fool, like it's cool.
And so like okay, so we talk about myself, but what influenced you, dog? Like let's talk about you. Who influenced you?
I mean, we all know the answer to that, fool.
Oh
But
shit.
yeah, fool, I remember fucking the first time I ever fucking tried it, fool, was we was chilling at this fool's fucking homies pad and shit, and they are like, yeah, fool, we got fucking a nickel bag full fucking of some verb and shit the day before. They ditched it full and fucking they just started rolling full. They started smoking. I'm like, full, like here for hitting. I was like, all right, fucking full. Full, like the first time was all that smoke got in my eye. I was like smoking full, all the smoke got in my eye. I was like, fuck, full, I'm blind and shit. Like, what the fuck?
uh
I was like, fuck. I know. I think too. They had. I remember from a previous party, fool. I think this fool had brought like two or three Bud Lights from there. Like he took them in his backpack, and we met up at this fool's pad. Started drinking them there and shit. That was the first time I ever had a beer. Fool.
you remember that shit. I'm telling you, like the way you remember these stories is the way I remember
It's
my
like
stories,
fuck.
you know, with you fools and then my homies in Echo Park or Silver Lake. And that's how that's that influence that I'm talking about, right? That shit is it's funny to look
Yeah,
at it. It's funny to look at it when you're
from like
sober.
different perspectives and shit, but it kind
Yeah.
of like clicks up at the end. It's like, oh, it kind of was the same situation.
It because looking back at it now when we're sober, when we're away from everything, it's we might laugh at it, we might, you know, feel some type of way, but at least for me, I like to laugh at it, you know, because
Hmm.
the influence it did have a big influence in our childhood and our teenage years and our early 20s and shit like that. And so I
Yeah,
rather hear and talk about the influence when it comes to drinking, like in the sobriety, the whole like topic of sobriety, than like having a trade war stories or having a trade rowdy stories, you know, because the
or
rowdy
like
stories, way
yeah, fool.
they're fun, bro. They're rowdy stuff, like I said, they're fun to talk about, but there's no like at least in my like the way I like to have conversations or platicas with people, there's no topic, there's no end point. You know what I'm saying? There's no lesson.
Yeah,
There's no lesson. Yeah, at least when we're talking
it's
about the
just like a
influence.
perspective and shit.
Yeah, it's just a story. When it comes to talking about the influence, it's a story, but it has a message behind it,
Hmm.
right? And then when it comes
Yeah,
to the platicas and just talking about the whole journey of greatness, there it's a lot more it's a lot more there's more substance in learning about what influenced us than talking about what we did
yeah,
while we were under the influence, you know?
yeah. That's true.
Cause I
And
could shit, I could do episode on episode on episode just on my
like
fat
just back to
stories,
back
fool.
type of thing.
Just back to back, fool, just like story after story, dog. Like, on the last story, fool. This is a real war story, right? This is a real drinking story. And I was in ninth grade, and I don't know what the fuck I went to your fool's pad. I forgot what it was, fool. I think I just wanted to kick it. Uh, and I pulled up on a random ass day. It was like you fools were rolling deep. And I remember walking into your fool's room, and you fools had a stack, my boy, of fucking four locos.
Oh,
And
for
then
damn, just even thinking about this shit, maybe ask away.
you know what I'm talking about? That you know what I'm talking about. For
Yeah,
exactly what I'm talking.
I still got the picture too, fool.
And it was so bad that like you fools would go to that store and they ran out of four locals and you fools had to start buying those juices,
Yeah.
those bootleg fucking four locals and shit.
Oh,
Now,
for oh, that's right.
and then so like think about it like me, I was 15 for going to your fool's pad. This is when I think I was experimenting more with weed at this time.
Yeah,
And then walking and seeing a fucking stack of four locals, and this is before they fucking changed the recipe. This was still when they had the caffeine and all that shit. When it was still
that's when
fucking
motherfuckers was loped out and shit.
that's when fools were locked out. And I remember you fools' fucking eyes were just like beamed up.
Like being like this was fucking sick ass fucking lenient and shit.
I was like, what the fuck? And that to me, though, like those stories like that, they're funny to reflect on them, but there's no the only message from there
There's no good
is
message in there and
there is
shit.
no good message. The only message that I could think of is have fun, right? But I don't
Yeah.
I don't think there is. This shouldn't have fun with four locals. And after that day, I'm not gonna lie to you, fool. That day it influenced me to try four local.
Dang.
Yeah, because in my head I was like, oh, I want to be like my cousins.
Like, yeah, they're always having fun and shit. They're always having a good time. They don't care, no cares in the world. This is like full deep down inside. We're just fucking. I don't
Hello.
even know why the fuck we was doing it. And then that comes back to the same shit. For just to fit in for, I guess. You know.
Yeah, just to fit in. And what is your final message when it comes to sobriety, dog? What is like, what would you tell somebody in my position who is like in the um at the brink of a life changing decision?
I mean, I would say it's always like good that you're getting off old habits and shit, stuff like that, because it's in the long run, it's better for you health wise as well. Because I mean, even in our culture, food, like we tend to see like a lot of people who suffer from like, alcohol addiction, food, and like, or sometimes it's like the main cause of their death and shit because they stay drunk or they're dependent on it, you know. And that's one thing, like that we don't want to see our families go through that, you know. Like it's hard enough as it is that we see it on other people, but then when it comes to our own, it makes it a little deeper, you know. So I would say, just if you're planning to quit, go with that mentality, like that you're not gonna step back into that world and shit. Because one maybe you're out, you're having a drink for, and you decide to have another drink, and before you know it, fool, you're in a car crash, dog. God forbid. It's always about the decisions you make.
In my
But I would
case,
say,
for I'd be for I'd be with Chino dog in Alhambra fool getting kicked out of a bar and I left my backpack inside the bar with my microphones in there because we got kicked out. It's always like I think about
yeah, like
those.
and whether people like to admit it or not, fool, it's a kind of like it always puts you with kind of in bad situations, so or in like situations that you don't even want to be in and shit. But I mean, hey, it's at the moment you're like, hey, I'm just having a good time. But I mean, good times have cost too.
Yeah, they do have a consequence sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't nothing for free in this world and shit.
And then to end the plática, right? Speaking of substances or speaking of doing certain partaking in certain activities. Dog, what's up with cigars? You still smoking them or not?
Fool, I haven't smoked a cigar since the last time we did it, fool. But I know you've been telling me, fool, and it's been itching at me too, fool. Like these past Fridays, fool, like I haven't even been working, fool, because the work has been slow and shit. So it's kind of been tight. So yeah, that's why I told you, fool, like, oh, let's, if we're gonna kick it, fool, let's do it next week, fool, because like I'm a little tight on funds and shit. So
I would
like,
get
fuck
it
it,
though.
I know for sure. Yeah, next week I'm set, fool. Like, I'm down to go and have a good time and shit.
I got
Safely too, nothing crazy.
Oh yeah, we do our shit like for the to the minimum now. We do everything to the minimum. We used to do everything to the max. Now we do everything to the minimum.
For real. Fool.
To
I still remember when we went to the 2020 bar with your brother and we got those fucking tower of beers, fool. Those shits were wild. I was like, damn.
when was this?
Ah, shit. I think it's when you were in Ohio, fool. I think.
Because I only been to the one.
We went to the one in Downey. But I
I
think
don't
I
really.
mean, I'm pretty sure it's already closed by now.
No, the only one I remember going to was the one in
HP?
Pacific. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
years ago.
No, I've never been to that one.
I think I did go to the one in Downey one time, but it with you fools? Might have
That's the one
been.
right there and next to that DB Lounge?
Yeah, I remember that shit. We went in the back, right? You go through the back in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some fool got
maybe.
tased in the parking lot and shit.
Nah, I don't. I wasn't there with when that happened. Then.
Nah, that's when we were with your brother, fool.
Yeah, so I mean, both times I went with my brother, but I think it was with Drone the first time I ever went. It was just the three of us. You might have not been there, but
I
yeah,
remember one time we went, but we went to the Downey Brewery. We got the little boots.
I was there for that one. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah,
We were talking about like war stories and shit. Where we're bringing up random ass like spots we used to drink at.
for
Now,
real.
the cigars food when it comes back to going back to cigars, I had my coworker. He just quit, but he used to work at a cigar lounge. So he
Oh, for real?
kind of gave me some tips and some pointers on how to smoke a cigar and shit. So next time we smoke one, like I feel like you'd be a visual learner. So I'll just show you
Mm.
and shit. He's told
Oh,
me to
okay.
like about the ashes, about the reason why we should never ash them is because it protects the cigar and and like all kinds of shit, dog. Like he just told me a bunch of
Oh,
like
okay.
crazy ass little tips. Remember that one time we recorded the Foley when I was still doing the Foley podcast and we recorded that one episode at the beach
Mm-hmm.
and we were asking all these questions
Yeah.
like to ourselves, like a lot of like, oh, what if, like what do we do here? And like I asked him a lot of those questions. He gave me a lot of those answers and shit. Um,
Oh, for real?
yeah, because last week I smoked two cigars.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Dang. Big
So,
boss. Oh,
but it's cause like so it was his last day and I smoked them with him last Friday, and then I had another one on Sunday.
mm.
That didn't work on Monday. But it's
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking I don't remember the first time I when you took me to the one right there in SM. It was like a pretty medium sized one.
Oh, yeah.
So I bought like three of those and shit. So he was like he explained me he gave me a lot of tips and shit. So next time we smoke a cigar, we're gonna do it the right way.
All right. For sure.
But
I'm down with that.
but I don't see myself smoking cigars past this year. I might to me like I'm at that point where it's like la tentación for the temptation is like slowly fading away. Maybe it's because I was never into tobacco and I was never really I never smoked cigarettes or a big
If
tobacco fool. But I'm at the point where it's like, yeah, I don't see
I'm being
myself
honest
smoking.
myself, well, I'm kind of like on the same boat, because I'm like, fool, I don't think I wanted to be coughing my lungs out for that too, for all that. I was
It
like,
just,
nah.
I don't see myself smoking a cigar past this year. And the
Like, I don't even
temptation,
picture myself in like even in the older age smoking and shit.
At first, yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. At first, I did. I was like, yeah, fool, I'm gonna be smoking one every at the end of every week for the rest of my life, dog, puffing. I see myself like a 50, 60
So
year
it was
old
my
puffing.
victory cigar and shit.
Now fool, I'm at the point where it's like, man, fuck this shit.
It was like, I think this is it for. I think this is it for
Yeah.
my fucking cigar career.
My I experimented for a year and a half and that was it. Um,
Yeah, fool. But
is there
shit.
like is there like a image that you have in your head when it comes to a cigar, whether it's smoking at a certain place or trying a certain cigar? I know it's just like we just
I
started.
know. I picture once myself fool, in two shits in the location and the type of cigar fool that I want to smoke at. Fool.
All right, drop them.
Like I want to be at the top of a building fool, with a view, like with a fucking chair full pool all the way, with a fucking Cuban fool,
Cool.
a legit Cuban fool, cigar fool. All right, talking about cigars.
All right. That sounds like I feel like that's everybody's dream image when it comes to smoking a cigar.
So it's been a nice fucking view at night, fool, fucking puffing. You have the whole world at your feet. Talking about like, damn, Pretty sure that shit makes you feel top.
I picture myself being Tony Soprano, dog.
The boss
I'm the motherfucking one.
cause the motherfucking shots. Well, I
Probably
gotta
smoke
rewatch
one.
that shit again.
I probably smoked my last one today.
Today,
Yeah, after this at like 12 o'clock.
like that's it. You're done.
No, because I
I
had
probably
like
got like two, three more in me.
no, I had because I have an extra one that I had right there.
Oh,
If I
all
don't
right.
if I don't have them, I don't want them. But I have it. So I
So
want
you want
it. Yeah.
it? All right. Yeah. So fuck it, though. Handles.
The
Enjoy that
dopamine,
shit.
the dopamine food, dopamine from the cigar, dog, is pretty high right now still. So
Just trying to kick in and shit. Like trying to go on fucking hyperdrive and shit.
yeah. But we come to the end of the plática, my boy. It was cool talking with you again.
Yeah. Nice catching up, dog. A little platica.
We had the introduction plática, so we didn't really have like a legit list of topics. This was almost like I had like a little list and shit, but it was almost like we freestyled it.
Kind of
That's
freestyled it.
that's exactly how most of these are gonna be. Talked about a lot of good shit, but you got anything else to say?
Yeah. For fucking, I got some for you, fool, but like, yeah, it's gonna be to like towards the end of the year, fool, because it's kind of like I kind of pre-ordered it and shit. But yeah, expect that. I'm more than likely for it's like a 9 times out of 10 fool you're gonna like that.
All right, shit. Say less, dog. I'll be waiting for it. We'll have a
Yeah, I'll keep you updated
we'll
though.
have a plática about it. I'll open it during the plática or some shit or whatever. We'll do whatever.
For real,
We'll do something
yeah,
about it.
fuck it, that
Or we could
for
smoke a
sure.
cigar. Fool. We could smoke a cigar while we
Oh,
open it.
even better, though.
Shit. It don't even have to be on camera.
Yeah, I'm down
Um,
with whatever's that shit.
but yeah, I'll hit you up, kick it next week, my brother and your brother, and see what's up and shit. But
Good.
thank you again for taking time out of your Saturday,
Yes,
dog,
sir.
to do the plática.
Appreciate you having me.
Thank you for coming back. And then, I'm always gonna hit you up to be,
Yeah, for whenever.
we always
No, I'm
got some
always here, though.
always good pláticas and shit. Not just because you're my cousin, fool, but I feel like there's a lot of topics that we talk about when we kick it that deserve some spotlight on the actual
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, yeah. True
Um,
that. True that.
but other than that, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, the notification bell so you know when I drop another video, when I go live. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Don't forget to love yourself today, all right? Adios. Stepping out the door with some fresh 90s, the old whites, the drips nice. Yeah, I'm icy, but I don't wear eyes. Still a fool that looks fly. Got my button down on.